for Industrial Revolution 4.0.
No.
Industry 4.0 is a time of accelerated technological advancement that is radically altering our way of life. IR 4.0 blurs the barriers among the actual, digital, as well as biological worlds by utilizing a variety of modern technologies. Machine learning and artificial intelligence, for example, are disrupting the way we do business. One method IR 4.0 is transforming the way we work is through enhanced decision-making, which involves the use of electronics to assist human cognition and strategizing. Malaysia is not ready for the IR 4.0 due to our competitive environment, which make it hard for data sharing. High levels of openness can result in concern like cyber attacks and industrial spying, as well as other difficulties such as data rights and access. Moreover, in order to achieve the IR 4.0, employees need to learn new skills, which can be a huge problem. It is also crucial to have multi-skilled workers, and to make this happen, it requires training that will require more expenditure because of high employee retention. Furthermore, capital expenditures are expensive, and money must be obtained in order to implement Industry 4.0. Industrial Revolution 4.0.
I wonder what's the problem in Malaysia that makes it hard for them to achieve a goal this big.
I thought the same thing too. Let's discuss about it.
Wait, what?
Let's make this fun.
Okay. For me, I think the issues are the lack of investment towards the strategy in IR 4.0, since it can be seen where the lack of digital skills within companies are one of the challenges that prevent investment in IR 4.0, since the people also still skeptical regarding this IR 4.0. So it is fair to assume that the graduates would not be looking any kinds of job in this sector, right?
Yes.
So making the government think that it's not like necessary to support or doing this initiative for the people, since people would not support it. And we all know the lack of facilities as well as the equipment are also the causes of why companies are not investing further, because just look at Malaysia. It's still yet to be a developing country, so it would cost them a lot in this research and development, as investment in strategy in IR 4.0 is equivalent to R&D, which is the research and development. So yeah, there are many more reasons, but you got the point, right?
Yes.
So what about you, Hanim?
Me, personally, I think Malaysia still does not have enough equipment and technology, and that is why IR 4.0 is not something Malaysia should be thinking about achieving for now. Look at Sabah and Sarawak. They don't even have an adequate internet accessibility, especially in the rural areas. Not only that, it will affect the students, in which they will not be able to receive proper education, and this is because they don't get to use the internet to find information. This is pretty difficult, especially because in today's world, everything we need is on the internet. Do you agree, Amelcie?
Definitely. Plus, there are still many undeveloped places, such as the rural area, that hinder IR 4.0 to be developed. As you guys can see, most of the roads in rural areas are still not paved and only accessible by four-wheel drive cars. And one more thing. I've read in the recent news that primary school students in SK Nangkawangan Keningau still have to use an old raft and basket to cross the river just to reach the school.
I heard about that too. I also think that we are still lack of understanding concerning about this IR 4.0 in Malaysia. I think the fact that we are aware that the world is advancing forward modernization era, which embraces the technological world, yet we still have little knowledge about this IR 4.0. This IR 4.0 demanded talents, skill and expertise not only in handling the technology and the mission equipment, but also in understanding the IR 4.0 as a whole. Nats, what about your opinion?
For me, I think that way as well. So I think that our country is essentially not ready for Industrial Revolution 4.0 due to its high cost of adopting these technologies, such as the Internet of Things, AI, Industrial IoT, and many more. Despite multiple government initiatives to provide funds and incentives to transition into IR 4.0, businesses rather prefer hiring cheap foreign labor instead of investing in IT, in IR 4.0 technology. This proves to be an adversity because digitalization and wireless technology and connectivity allows seamless workflow and reduce the rate of human error. It also helps businesses to increase productivity and product quality. Thus, this issue serves as a fundamental role in preventing our country from fully achieving economic growth through the utilization of Industrial Revolution 4.0 technology.
Since IR 4.0 is such a big goal to achieve, it is very crucial to have more multi-skilled workers. The skills that are needed are not some simple skills, but rather more complicated skills than you could ever imagine. Those skills include technical, scientific, social skills, and many more. It is also very important to find workers that are aware and professional when it comes to IT security. Not only that, the workers must be creative and know how to solve complicated problems. It is difficult to have all these skills in a person. Therefore, they need to be trained to improve their skills. All the existing workers can gain these abilities by joining training courses and programs. However, this can be bad as it will lead to expenditures to conduct such programs.
Seeing as the industry will be full with all the technological world, it will certainly increase in unemployment in the short and medium term since automated machines will displace people from their job in factories. Machines and technology will undoubtedly be used when firms begin to implement IR 4.0 in their daily tasks. As a result, many people's task workloads would be reduced. This is because IR 4.0 will force society to go through significant and often painful adaptation procedures. For example, from rural predominantly agricultural cultures to urban industrial societies and finally to post-industrial societies dealing with the loss of traditional industries and sources of employment. All kinds of jobs that humans used to do will be replaced by machines. As such, working in a warehouse is an example of a job that has been lost to technology. More and more of these jobs are now handled by robots and automation technology so that the packages and products reach consumers faster.
As for the implication of IR 4.0, I can say that technology has been a significant impact on all aspects of society today. Let's take a look at where the society was in the 19th century and where it went in the 20th century following the rapid advancement of technology. Because we can see that it had transformed the way we communicated, enhanced our ability to travel, and even influenced social change within our civilization. As even today, the generation today, with the partially IR 4.0 in Malaysia, we as humans can already see how we really cannot go our day without our laptop, phone, television, or all the other devices that make our life much easier. And this just proves how evidently we will be fully dependent on technology if we are totally in IR 4.0 mode.
Is this on?
Yes, you can start now, miss.
Can I? Where should I look?
Here, over here.
Okay. When we talk about IR 4.0, the first thing that comes to mind would be the improvement of technology. But I think it's very difficult for Malaysia to achieve this due to the lack of development, especially in the rural areas. And it's because they don't have the money for such developments. It is sad because the reason behind this is due to our previous government's own mistake. Just like the 1MDB case where the government misused their fund by using it for insignificant things such as the purchase of luxury jewelry and so on. And this is why there is still no development in the rural areas, which means they cannot integrate completely into digitalization, let alone be ready for IR 4.0. So in order to achieve IR 4.0, the government should know how to allocate their funds wisely to avoid any misuse of funds, so that there will be enough money to help modernize the rural areas and so on.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
In your opinion, what is your recommendation to solve Industrial Revolution 4.0 issues?
I think the recommendation can be upskilling the existing workforce and producing future talents. This strategy mitigates the potential impacts on jobs, which enhance the capabilities of the existing workforce through national development program, especially like designed for manufacturing sectors, and support reskilling and upskilling. As we know that workforces required skill sets are rapidly evolving as the industry moves to smart manufacturing business models, technology and procedures. Nowadays, many businesses, particularly SMEs, will require more structured and up-to-date training and skill development outlets to create and maintain world-class practice and capabilities within their workforce.
Thank you, Miss. Miss, it's ready.
Can I talk already?
Yes, you're good.
Well, I think because there's a lack of investor and SMEs in this field, I would suggest the government to provide outcome-based incentive. Well, this is to show the government support towards industry transformation, where they should give rewards to manufacturing firms and any solution providers. This outcome-based incentive is a suite of comprehensive financial products that local firms, SMEs, and startups as well as MNCs can leverage in line with their needs in implementing and adopting Industry 4.0 technologies and processes across all stages of the business life cycle. Therefore, I think the firms can be more motivated and provide more innovative products to contribute to the development of Industry 4.0. Because who doesn't like reward? Well, this is just to appreciate your work like that.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So, as stated earlier, businesses, especially those in rural areas, are still not equipped with internet or Internet of Things, which proves an adversity for them to transition fully into Industrial Revolution 4.0. Thus, it provides the need to prioritize this issue before fully pushing towards the idea of Industrial Revolution 4.0. With the lack of digital infrastructure and connectivity, these businesses missed out on working at higher speed, higher capacity, and of course, efficiency. With this, the government must ensure widespread connectivity of high-speed broadband and 4G technology. With Wi-Fi, it gets SMEs and other businesses, especially those in rural areas, to engage in e-commerce and to broaden their market through the internet. In addition, this 4G technology can help to improve these businesses and be aligned with the goal of achieving the IR 4.0.
Thank you.
Tajuddin?
Yes, it's so cute, right?
So cute. Miss, the TV is ready.
Oh, okay. Personally for me, since government played a crucial role in IR 4.0, I'm sorry, can you please take my Mr. Ginger?
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm taking care of my babies.
Alright.
Okay, let's continue. So, like I said, since government played a crucial role in IR 4.0, they should be the one who will be introducing a good economic plan approach and in line with the use of technology. Because for instance, a double deduction incurred by companies on expenses to develop and improve employee skills in TVET. And like I said, if we want to take logically, with the tax deduction also, it should be given on the contribution on equipment and machinery by any company in the skill development center like polytechnic or even the vocational college. Because for sure, it will encourage the companies to contribute as well as investing in terms of technological equipment. This will then lead to the students' exposure regarding this industry. Because we face issue regarding the students and graduate are not yet fully equipped with the knowledge of IR 4.0, hence not ready for the workforce in this industry. Because the main thing before implementing the IR 4.0 is none other than the Malaysian need to be able to provide a well-equipped and a well-maintained technological infrastructure throughout the country.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
In conclusion, although the IR 4.0 helps boost economic growth, alas, our country is still not ready for it due to many challenges such as widespread lack of digital connectivity and infrastructure, as well as the high cost of adopting these IR 4.0 technologies, the lack of development, and the lack of investment. Therefore, with still 8 years left to achieve the target goal of IR 4.0 by 2030, there are still 8 years to develop our country to be ready for it. Thus, the government had remained steadfast in curbing these adversities and as well as to find solutions to prepare our country for IR 4.0 by 2030.